Welcome to the International Press Academy's 26th Annual Satellite Awards. My name is Kendra Munger.
My name is Renee Ruiz, and we will be your hosts tonight.
Thank you. At the IPA, our membership of domestic and international journalists represent nearly every major and independent media outlet in print, broadcast, on the radio, through podcasts, and streaming worldwide. Our members make eclectic and well-informed choices each year that are reflected in these creative and technical awards for excellence in film and television.
Tonight we are here to celebrate the nominees and the recipients in multiple categories of film and television excellence, and spotlighting the honorees of the Special Achievement Awards.
The Mary Pickford Award for Outstanding Artistic Contribution to the Entertainment Industry is one of the IPA's most prestigious awards.
Tonight, to present this year's Mary Pickford Award to Tom Skerritt, we call on an Oscar-winning actress, a renowned performer and activist who is always riveting in her many roles. She is one of those actresses who never fails to deliver an iconic performance on screen. Recognized for her portrayals of Marilyn Monroe in Norma Jean and Marilyn, Romy in Romy and Michelle's High School Reunion, and her Oscar-winning performance as Linda in Mighty Aphrodite.
Last year, she appeared with our honoree in the touching drama East of the Mountains. Please welcome Mira Sorvino.
Tonight's Mary Pickford honoree is Tom Skerritt, whom we recognize with this prestigious award. MASH, Alien, Top Gun, A River Runs Through It. These are just a handful of Tom Skerritt's indelible turns on screen. Who can forget him as Dallas, captain of the Nostromo in sci-fi classic Alien, or call sign Viper, also known as Commander Mike Metcalf in the worldwide smash hit Top Gun. Yet, with all that unforgettable bravado, there's a scene in Turning Point with Anne Bancroft where Tom Skerritt plays Wayne, the beleaguered husband to Shirley MacLaine. His gift for playing softer notes is remarkable, in contrast to the hard-nosed roles that have seen him crush over the decades. In a career that spans film and TV since 1962, Tom Skerritt has appeared in more than 40 films, made 200 television appearances, and won an Emmy for his role in David Kelly's series Picket Fences. I had the honor of working with him as his daughter in a wonderful film called East of the Mountains. It has a perfect 100% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is the only film I've ever been in that has that. I mean, it's incredible. I learned a little something about the origin of the film. Tom was working with veterans who suffered from PTSD, trying to teach them how to write. And David Gooderson, the author of East of the Mountains, a novel, came and connected with Tom and said he wanted to see the film made, and Tom shepherded this film into existence, and boy, did he do it justice. He played a retired vet and doctor who has found out he has a terminal diagnosis, and he wants to go into the wilderness with his dog and kind of end his life on his terms, and in the process really faces mortality with such raw dignity and simplicity and emotional depth and kind of an anguish of the soul, but still the possibility of a kind of redemptive spirit and hope. And I got to play his daughter, who loves him very much and is kind of on the outside of most of the action, but boy, Tom is such a wonderful actor. He's so great in this. You all have to watch it now. He has such quiet simplicity and depth and reality. He's a great actor, and to be putting out a great performance as the lead of a film in a decade when many others have hung up, their dancing shoes, as it were. I am just so blown away by Tom's talent, Tom's kindness, Tom's intelligence, And it was just such an honor to be able to work with him. So we are delighted to add one more laurel to his storied career with this, the Mary Pickford Award for Outstanding Artistic Contribution to the Entertainment Industry.
This is Hojon. He's one of our mess hall boys. I'm teaching him how to read.
Oh, is that right? Reading the Bible, huh? Oh, that's nice. Listen, I tell you what, I got a book here. It's got a lot of pictures in it, and I think it's easier to learn how to read when you look at pictures. Little adventure pictures.
May I leave now, Major?
Sure, Hojon.
You have fun, you hear?
She said I got pregnant that first time with Amelia. Because I wanted to prove to everybody that you weren't gay. And that's partly true.
I knew that.
You did?
I had to prove it too. So I let you ruin your career.
Well, I saddled you with a family to support. You could have been something you could have done.
No, never. Not me. Hey, I got what I wanted.
It is right around there. Now, Dallas, you're going to have to be careful.
Oh, come on. Get hold of yourself.
Oh, God, it's moving right towards you. Move! Dallas! Move, Dallas! Oh, no, not that way! The other way, God!
First, you've acquired enough points to show up tomorrow and graduate with your Top Gun class. Or you can quit. Now, I'm not going to sit here and blow sunshine up your ass, Lieutenant. A good pilot is compelled to always evaluate what's happened, so he can apply what he's learned. Up there, we gotta push it. That's our job. It's your option, Lieutenant. All yours.
Well, this conversation is long overdue.
I couldn't agree more. With all my heart.
You don't know what I'm gonna say.
Oh. Well, I agree again.
Something very exciting is happening to me. It's gonna change my whole life. It's a huge risk.
Take it. Take it.
I'm moving to Tokyo. I'm gonna take over the Japanese division. I leave tonight.
Yes, darling, yes.
Oh! You know, I've been burned by this train business before. You people all seem to forget.
We can change the city.
People love their cars.
Yes, but if you give them great coffee and great music,
I'll put it to you like this, and then I'll thank you for your time. My answer is no.
doing you a favor.
Oh,
You're
that's
far
great.
too promising a
Great.
scientist to be wasting your gifts on this nonsense.
Look, I don't consider what could potentially be the most important discovery of the human race nonsense, okay? There's 400 billion stars
And
out
only
there. We
two
have not even
probabilities.
started-
One, there is intelligent life out there, but it's so far away you'll never contact it in your lifetime. And
Like,
two,
you're making a decision.
there's nothing out there but noble gases and carbon compounds, and you're wasting your time. In the meantime, you won't be published, you won't be taken seriously, and your career will be over before it's begun.
So what? It's my life.
How'd you know?
Well, you'd never take the money and run.
$5 million is a lot of money, Nathan.
For you, it's never about the money.
Let's join up. Together we can run this town. You can't do this. I could, but you're your mother's son.
And now, please welcome, and I forgot to say very handsome, Tom Skerritt, recipient of the International Press Academy's highest honor for our craft.
I'm very moved that Mary Savino would say such nice things about me. We didn't know each other personally, professionally, or I just always thought she was dynamite lit. And
Please, this is your
I'm so proud to have you putting me on stage and saying to you, all you folks, I had the gin joint, all the gin joints in the world. You all had to come back into mine, huh? Well, thank you, darling. I really have to go.
You're wonderful. You're wonderful. This is more than 100% deserved.
Thank you so much.
Thank them.
I was drinking too much coffee. I'm so... where's Mariana? Where are you, dear? I guess she's not here. Thank you, dear, for... I'm going to put this down for the moment.
Do you want me to hold it?
No, that's all right. I'll just pretend I'm not holding it at all. It's not a bad workout, actually. Thank you. Well, I'm just so quite moved by this. I fell into this business about 50 years ago, maybe it's closer to 60 now, and wanting to be a writer, I wound up being this actor who wanted to know what it felt like to act. And because I was very shy and self-conscious, I bit the bullet and started doing some theater and was seen doing this thing. And I was hired to do a little film with some other actors. It was a $1.98 movie, and they invited me. I didn't have an agent. I didn't have Lou Pitt. At that time, he would have negotiated better, but even though it was $1.98. And the other actors were Robert Redford and Sidney Pollack. And I never have been able to quite get over the good fortune I've had in this business, being good friends with Robert Altman, learning about all that stuff before he became Robert Altman, and Hal Ashby and Ridley Scott. And how in the hell do you fall into things like that? I don't know, but you're all here celebrating something that is so responsible for us to do the best work we possibly can for the audience that comes in to pay the tickets. And I've always seen it that way. It's about a profession and a business whose responsibility is to do the best work we possibly can in terms of storytelling, which is where it all begins. And somebody comes in to pay the money, do the work. And I've always believed that, and somehow or another, you guys put a bunch of stuff together, and I just forgot a lot of these films that I've done with the exclusion of those I am very aware of. But I'm so proud to be here, and I'm so glad all of you are here. I hope you're having a good time? Yes, 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 yes. Well, thank you, IPA, International Press Academy. I know you've got a thing up here I should be looking at, but I got to make this stuff up because it only comes from the heart. I don't know how to speak to people otherwise like this. This is me. Now being 50 years ago when I was terrified to go out and speak in front, be an actor in front of a live audience. And somehow or another it all worked. And I'm just so glad we're all here at this point to have lived this long in a world that seems to have gone mad. And we all have to not talk about it, do something about what's going on politically and universally. We have to really be considerate of that every day. Thank you, amen, hallelujah.
This year, the IPA will be presenting an honorary award for Best Breakthrough Performance. Here to present this honorary award are two young performers who have already made a mark in Hollywood. Let's welcome Michael Bella Bowman from Underground Railroad and Danielle Lawson from King Richard.
I started performing at the young age of 4 years old, and I never stopped.
And I started at 2 years old and never stopped. And I started at 2 years old and never stopped.
We both understand what it's like to be a young person in show business.
We are very honored to present the Breakthrough Performance Award for Auteur Award for his first film role in the film Shambhala. Let's take a look at some of the footage from the film, along with a very special greeting.
Hello everyone in Los Angeles. I am so happy to receive this award. I spent 2 months in LA with my movie Shambhala Oscar entry. I'm learning English. I hope I can be in next Quentin Tarantino film. We had a great meeting.
Accepting the award is the publicist Tatiana Delostin.
Well, hello everyone. Thank you so much for Auteur. I was the Oscar publicist on his movie Shambhala, which was the official Oscar entry from Kyrgyzstan, a country you probably don't know, any of you, where it is. It's in Asia. And Auteur is very talented. He was, in this movie, he was, he did an amazing job. He was in every frame of the film. And he received some recognition here in LA too. He was featured by Steve Pond by Rap at the, as among the other actors like Andrew Garfield and Javier Bardem, and he was featured as one of the best performances of the year. So he thanks you for all his heart. Thank you very much. And I look like him, but I'm not his mom.
Now please welcome actress Libby Lydecker to the stage to present our next category.
Hello. It was next to impossible for our members to choose a winner in the category of cinematography. Every single nominee blew us away. These nominees were Alice Brooks for TikTok Boom, Ari Wegner for Power of the Dog, Bruno Del Bonell for The Tragedy of Macbeth, Greg Fraser for Dune, Harris Zambar Lucas for Belfast, and Robbie Ryan for Come On, Come On. And the Satellite Award goes to Greg Fraser for Dune. Greg Fraser could not make it today, but the IPA accepts the award on his behalf.
All right, just some personal notes here now. I started my career as a host and announcer at Walt Disney World in Orlando, Florida. As a proud member of a Hispanic family from Austin, Texas, working for Disney was always my dream. See, I watched The Wonderful World of Disney, and I noticed so many tales of heroes with brown skin like mine. There were Mexican heroes like Zorro and El Fuego Baca. Sure, it was Guy Hamilton and Robert Loggia who were playing them, so it was Italians playing Mexicans, but attention was paid to be true to the culture and the art. And I always grew up knowing that there was a place for me in that family, a reminder of how important inclusion and representation are in our media landscape.
Back in 1941, Walt Disney took a group of artists to South America to be inspired by the culture, art, and landscapes of the country. Out of that trip came the studio's 6th animated feature, Saludos Amigos. Now, the studio visits the sights and sounds of Colombia for its 60th animated feature and the International Press Academy's winner for the Best Motion Picture, Animated, or Mixed Media is Encanto.
Here to accept the award is Encanto production supervisor Jasmine Gonzalez-Reed and production office manager Tunde Akinloye.
Thank you to the International Press Academy for this honor. Tunde and I are excited to accept this award on behalf of Encanto directors Byron Howard, Jared Bush, producers Yvette Marino and Clark Spencer, and the entire Encanto crew. It means so much to have been part of a film that I wish I had as a young Latina, a film that has left so many saying, "I see me." Thank you.
Please welcome an actress, a voiceover artist, and a human rights activist. A Polish immigrant who is behind the first ever recorded official bill for celebrating International Women's Day in America. An actress known for playing Marina in Oliver Stone's JFK, and a voice actor known for her performance of Scarlet, the Blood Queen in Mortal Kombat 11. And I know her as an audiobook narrator, an award-winning audiobook narrator too as well. Please welcome Beata Pozniak.
I am really excited to be here. And I'm saying this because I am proud that I am from a country called Poland that opened as a first country borders to people that need help. I just want to say how lucky I am because I left when the borders opened. But my heart is with my family in Poland, and just to share with you on a personal note, my grandmother was born in Horodenka, Ukraine, grandfather Kusiatyń. It's a difficult time, and I hope that other countries will open their borders. They need humanitarian aid. Speaking of which, I'm really honored that being asked today to present the Humanitarian Award. And this award recognizes artists who demonstrate an unselfish desire to lend a hand, a heart, to shine the spotlight on pressing issues and concerns. So IFB has this amazing honor, Humanitarian Award, that this year will go to Val Kilmer. This special award recognizes not only his acting work, but Val Kilmer's tremendous resilience and courage as he continues to pilot a brilliant recovery from tracheostomy in 2016 that required a new set of skills in order to communicate via a voice box device. And I have to say, I always looked up to him. We worked with the same director, Oliver Stone. I had the honor to work on JFK and he, The Doors, and his whoever, I highly recommend the documentary Val, who explains how he is just a fighting spirit, and this award goes to him, the Humanitarian Award. Let's see a clip, please.
Hi, my name's Val. I don't do this with every interview I go on. Take you inside my home. I don't, but I'm going to.
My name is Val Kilmer. I'm an actor. I've lived a magical life, and I've captured quite a bit of it.
Push the button.
I was the first guy I knew to own a video camera.
Here we are, filming ourselves.
Is that a video camera? Yeah.
Oh, that's really cool, Val.
I have thousands of hours of videotapes and film reels that I've shot throughout my life and career.
Shut the video camera off.
I will keep it on until we're rehearsing.
Oh, damn.
I was recently diagnosed with throat cancer. I'm still recovering, and it is difficult to talk and to be understood. But I want to tell my story more than ever.
I spent decades finding my voice.
I was a perfectly normal person.
Through characters.
I gave you about 4 takes with some different voices.
Through movies.
One of the things they buy for all that money, your life for a period of time.
I have behaved poorly.
More wine, more drunk, more women.
I have behaved bravely. Bizarrely to some.
How do you heal a broken heart?
I see myself as a sensitive, intelligent human being, but with the soul of a clown.
5 right to here. The world at the moment is survive.
It's a story about my life that is also not my life.
Unfortunately, Val could not be here today with us, but the International Press Academy is accepting the award. Thank you. On his behalf.
I know he wanted Mariana to accept it, but I would like to bring up my friend and multiple Satellite Award-winning and Oscar-winning editor for The Hurt Locker, Chris Innes. Oh, there you are. I was looking out there. A minute, please.
Lin-Manuel Miranda rose to fame as the composer-lyricist of the groundbreaking Broadway musical In the Heights and Hamilton. In the Heights was nominated for 13 Tony Awards and won 4, including Best Musical, as well as the 2009 Pulitzer Prize in Drama. Hamilton garnered a record-breaking 16 Tony Awards nominations. It won 11, including Best Original Score and Best Book of a Musical. Both musicals garnered Grammys for Best Original Cast Recordings. 2021 alone was an amazing year for Lin-Manuel. With the film version of In the Heights, his directorial debut of Tick, Tick, Boom, music and lyrics from the film Vivo, and of course, Encanto. There's no question that this creator's unique vision and voice makes him an especially worthy recipient of this honor. Accepting Lin-Manuel's Auteur Award on his behalf is again Jasmine Gonzalez-Reed and Tunde Akinloye.
Good evening. Unfortunately, Lin could not make it here tonight, so he asked Jasmine and I to accept the award on his behalf. I have a few words that I'd like to share from him. First of all, I'm sorry I couldn't be here tonight. Mirabelle and the entire world said, Lin, you're doing too much, so I'm taking a nap for the next 6 months. I want to thank the International Press Academy for this honor. Movie sets become families if you're doing it right. And I was so lucky to be a part of some extraordinary families over the past few years. I want to thank John M. Chu, Kiara and my Heights family, Kirk D'Amico and my Vivo family, my Tick Tick Boom family, and Byron, Jared, and Sharice and my Encanto family. I want to thank Luis, Owen, Catherine, Sarah, and everyone at 5000 Broadway Productions for keeping the plates and projects spinning and my head on straight. Most of all, I want to thank my family, my wife Vanessa, and my kids Sebastian and Francisco, who endure daddy banging at the piano 24/7. They are the best first audience. All I've ever wanted to do since I was a little kid was write songs and make movies. Thank you for allowing me to do so. Good night. See you play, Lin. Thank you.
Now, before the two of you leave, we would like you to also accept our next award on behalf of Lin-Manuel Miranda, which they didn't know about. In the category of Best Original Song, the winner is Colombia Mi Encanto from Encanto.
Well, thank you again. Thank you to the International Press Academy for this incredible honor. We're excited to accept this award on behalf of the directors, Jared Bush, Byron Howard, and our producers, Yvette Marino and Clark Spencer. And we also like to thank the entire Encanto crew who made this movie from our homes. Thank you.
The IPA presents the Tesla Award in recognition of visionary achievement in filmmaking technology.
For this prestigious honor, the Board of Directors salutes producer, VFX supervisor, and projection expert Joan Collins for her inventiveness, passion, and skill in the field of visual effects.
She is also our first female recipient of the Tesla Award.
Please join us in welcoming Joan's producing partner, music producer Timothy Eaton.
Hello, good evening. My name is Tim Eaton. I've been asked to introduce Joan, who's this year's IPA Visionary Tesla Award winner. The reason, I guess, Joan and I are working together on numerous Tesla-inspired projects. My background actually is in visual effects, primarily working in Industrial Light and Magic, which has received this award previously, including George Lucas and other people of that nature. Joan, I found to be very impressive from first learning about her. She has a very deep background in early visual effects, analog visual effects, and working with early pioneers like Robert Abel, if people know the history of visual effects, and John Whitney Sr., etc. So she's made the transition over a period of many years, wearing many hats. The anecdote I like to say about Joan, she's very predictable. She says, "Oh, that's interesting." And then she also says, "Oh, yes, 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 yes." So that's a kind of a different attitude that you generally find in the business, has been my experience. Since I'm actually speaking about the Tesla Visionary Award, Tesla being one of the primary visionaries of the past century, if not human history, the thing that occurred was, since we're in Tinseltown and we're talking about vision and the movies, my writing partner, Mark Seifer, the author of the definitive Tesla biography, Wizard, informed me that Nikola Tesla actually produced a movie, an electrical extravaganza, that was well received by various studio executives, but was deemed to be too technical for a general audience. So somewhere in a film vault on a shelf that no one has yet found is Tesla's secret movie. So with all that in mind, the Tesla Award is really highly prestigious in my estimation in terms of recognizing the confluence and the intersection of technology and art and science. And Joan is a very highly skilled and reputable practitioner in that field, and I think she's well due. And without further ado, I'd like to introduce the inimitable Joan Collins.
Thank you all for coming tonight. I didn't know if you were all coming to see me, but here I am. I'm Joan Collins. I'm an inventor of solutions in filmmaking. So you don't necessarily see me on the screen. In fact, you don't. But I do have 40 years creating technology and interactive techniques. I predominantly am a producer and a visual effects supervisor, and a projection expert and an artist and blah, blah. But I do make movies, but I create the budgets and I also create the schedules overnight. And I hire tens of thousands of people to, finish the movies. But when asked, what did you do on that movie? I say, I got it done. So yes, I have done 26 feature films, about 55 TV commercials. Oh yes, I did 35 concert tours with high-powered lasers, which we did the hand animation on. I've done about 130 real-time digital shows for groups like SIGGRAPH and VES. And I've created about, I know, living with me is really hard, but I've created about 10,000 diagrams and solutions since 1980. I invented many firsts in filmmaking, like dragging the traditional ink and paint artists into the digital world, and hence where animated movies are today. Or like bringing the automotive and the aerospace industry in to use CG to visualize their aircrafts, as well as their concept cars, and hence where CG software and visual effects software is today. I did the very first interactive TV projects, and look where we are today with interactive TV apps. I think I started working in this field And I did the very first International Visual Music Festival in 1982 with Francis Ford Coppola. And that inspired Michael Jackson and Prince and just a slew of others who really then wanted to look at and took seriously computer graphics to use in music videos. And look where we are today with music videos. I did create the very first, John 9, are you listening? The very first multi-screen, my very first multi-screen laser disc production, which was then known as the programmable video wall. But today, they're known as video arrays and XR stages and the volume. Video arrays, in my opinion, will envelop huge spaces. I'm hoping twice the size of a Madison Square Garden dome. Sides of buildings, curtains. And they should be all able to render huge scale phenomena in real time. And I'm developing that now. But I have been currently developing sustainable studios and multiple locations and stages and distribution. And I'm going to try to do 42 IPs simultaneously. And front and center in that will be the Nikola Tesla project. We'll do feature films with live action and animation, with massive immersive domes, which I'm really looking forward to. But also in that, we have the need to also create the training and the education programs that go along with that. Because as Nikola Tesla did say, he said, science is but a perversion of itself, unless as its ultimate goal, it's for the betterment of humanity, right? So we will go on and create what has never been done before. And to the women of the world, we are in technology. We have always been in technology. And just don't let them put blinders on you. So thank you, West Coast Pictures, Sven, Timothy Eaton, Dr. Mark Seifer for the beautiful books and screenplays, and to the International Press Academy and the Satellite Awards. I am so truly grateful for this great accolade. Thank you all.
Here to present our final award of the evening is a stellar vocalist who has entertained thousands in her intimate one-woman shows, as well as performing with some of the great singers of our time, including Michael Bolton, Lionel Richie, Barbra Streisand, Josh Groban, and Michael Bublé. Please welcome Nita Whitaker.
Good evening. I'm so honored to be here tonight to honor my friend, the recipient of this amazing award tonight. I met Jennifer Lewis 31 years ago when she was doing a little show in a restaurant called Off Vine in Hollywood. The show was called The Diva is Dismissed, and I could not get enough of her. She became my date night and my laugh fix weekly as she did the show every Sunday night. One of those times, I wasn't able to get a sitter for baby Sky, who is here with us tonight, and I brought her along. I didn't know that Jennifer would call you out in a show. In a quiet moment, Sky made a baby sound. And Jennifer stopped and looked in our direction and melted. At that moment, we became friends. I saw her show 40 times. I knew where the laugh was coming, and I still guffawed anyway. From that show, she became a whirlwind. From In Living Color, Different World, Fresh Prince, to the cult classic Jackie's Back, Preacher's Wife, The Temptations, What's Love Got to Do with It, The Wedding Ringer, The Princess Frog, and the last 8 years on the hit show Blackish as Grandma Ruby. The black mother of Hollywood has been making us laugh for over 3 decades. With 69 movies under her belt and over 300 TV episodes and animated characters, Broadway, the thing that calls her the most is using her voice and her platform for good and for change. A beacon for the LGBTQ community, an activist, an advocate for mental health awareness, sharing her own journey with bipolar disorder. She is a voice for the voiceless, like Kendrick Johnson. She also reminded us to get your ass out and vote. She chided, all hands on deck, get your knee off my neck. And the classic, I don't want nobody messing with me in these streets. Because ain't nobody got time for that. But what we do have time for is to stop and acknowledge this thespian's body of work. To acknowledge her big heart for activism, for being a voice for those that are voiceless. Why don't we take a look at some of her work?
Did he say lover?
Holy Lord. Oh, Lordy, gang. I knew it, but not in my family. Not in my family, not homosexual. Oh, Lord.
Well, somebody just better get their house in order. That's all I know.
Well, don't look at me, Ma, okay?
I'm looking at you.
All right, well, Mama, you can look at me from behind.
Girl, don't be talking to me about your behind. I gave you that behind.
I know the divorce was hard on you, but maybe in
Mama,
time...
this is not some phase I'm going through. I left Howard because I'm gay. I'm still the same person, Mama. Danny is good for me.
The Bible says
The Bible says to love, Mama. And I love you and Daddy no matter what. Can't you say that to me?
Woo! Hey! That was masculine. Oh, relax. You haven't got anything I haven't seen already in a much, much larger size.
Are you ready for the tour?
Are you ready to be slapped?
No, ma'am.
Thanks for waiting for me.
Oh, we would've, but there's nothing worse than clotted gravy.
Nothing worse. What happened to the kale salad I made for dinner?
That wasn't jumbo parsley?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. I used it as garnish for the chop.
For the chop! You know you can't eat like this.
Oh, but his chipmunk cheeks are so yummy. Don't you know who I am? Tina Turner's mama. Jackie's back. Joanna, man.
Fresh Prince is on Helen.
I'm just not much into the old stuff.
Listen to me, little boy. My name is Jennifer Lewis! I have done 60 motion pictures, 250 77 television shows and performed on 7 continents, including Antarctica.
Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that.
She's been dubbed the Black Mother of Hollywood.
Miss Jennifer Lewis.
Jennifer Lewis.
You know, after everybody had died from AIDS, I'll give you a little history. There was a war declared with my generation. It was a silent war. AIDS took out a lot of my friends.
You mourn as long as you have to mourn. And then you get the fuck up and fight.
You know, through humor, laughter being the greatest healer. My whole technique has always been make them laugh and then stick them with that knowledge.
The elevator to success is broken. Take the stairs.
My definition for greatness is knowing yourself.
I'm gonna make this better. Somehow, I'm gonna make this better.
We have an intuition that's very important to align and do the right thing. We're life givers. We're life bearers.
I'm very proud of myself. It took me a long time to be able to say those words.
When you have more years behind you than you do in front of you, that's when you learn compaction.
Be nice to each other. Be kind. Help somebody. Love somebody.
Somebody told me a long time ago, they said, love yourself so that love will not be a stranger when it comes.
You gotta get up. And if you just get up, the day will unfold for you. If you put just a little bit in there. And it's when you're hardest hit that you mustn't quit. It's right around the corner.
Tell her to speak up, tell her to shout out, talk a bit louder, be a bit prouder. Tell her she's beautiful, wonderful, everything she doesn't see. You gotta speak up, you gotta shout out, and know that right here, right now, you can be beautiful, wonderful, anything you wanna be. Tell her to speak up.
Please welcome my friend, the indescribable, the hurricane we all need, Miss Jennifer Lewis.
You didn't think I was going to be nice, did you? And come up here and be nice? Mariana, thank you. Yes, very much, my love. Brian Edwards, thank you so much. I love you so much. You've been so good to me. I met Brian when he was a young apprentice at William Morris. I had first arrived. I just finished a tour with Bette Midler. And he heard I was coming in to sign with William Morris. And he came running downstairs and did an impersonation of me. I said, "You'll do." He knew every line I had ever spoken. And now here he is. Thank you. Thank you so much, Brian.
Thank you.
Yes, please. Oh, well, that's really pretty. Thank you. Could you hold that, darling? Hey, listen, guys, I was going to do a lot of jokes about slapping people, but I chose not to. No, I'm kidding. Listen, but I don't want to joke tonight. I want to say thank you to the International Press Academy. I want to thank you for acknowledging me. I had an argument with my daughter once, and I was like, "Yeah, I work hard, and I this and I that." She said, "You've never worked a day in your life." She was right. I have been one of the fortunate ones to do with my life what I loved to do, and that was to make people laugh. And then when I wanted to see on my face what I saw on everybody else's face, I went into treatment because I wanted to be happy for bipolar disorder. And I want to say to you guys tonight, I'm happy. I am so happy in my life that I pulled myself together and said yes to life. I've just finished my second book. It's called Walking in My Joy. I never thought I'd go around quoting the Constitution, the pursuit of happiness. I have an amazing relationship with the young generations, having been the aunt on television, the mother in so many movies, and now the grandmother on Blackish, a new series with Molly Shannon and Vanessa Bayer from Saturday Night Live. So I am working with comedic giants now, so I can be funny and have a lot of fun. I want to thank my dear friend Nita Whitaker, who everything she said was a lie. We're such good friends. She's so full of joy. That makes me so happy. And I want to leave this with you. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with love in the lead. Love is what we need. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my solemn vow, to take each moment and live each moment in love eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
Jennifer Lewis.